Hi guys, I'm Stonebridge. We're in Stockholm at Stonebridge Towers. We're going to go through how you arrange your vocal file and how you comp the vocals and how you get the best results when you go to another studio to record vocals. This is a track I'm doing with Chris Kaiser and a lovely girl called Krista Richards from San Diego. And it's a thing I started to do now as I do a lot of gigs abroad. You know, I go to a studio. This time we went to Houston for a gig and she flew in there. And then you have the problem with, it's not your program. They're usually running Pro Tools HD, which is the best for vocal recording, I'd say. But it's frustrating because you can't really do. You're sitting there recording vocals. So I discovered that if I asked the Pro Tools guy to send me, we do the lead vocal first. And then he sent me the stems, these guys here, from bar 1. And then I did a really quick comp in my MacBook Pro in Logic. Engineer was like, oh, what is he doing? And then I bounced it back. So this is the lead vocal comped. And then we did all the doubles and stuff here. So it saves you a lot of work because everything is recorded on the actual master vocal. Instead of recording just 128 tracks, it will take you days to go through. And at some point you will say, oh, just forget about it. And you go with one and that's it. So it's a really good technique. Also with the track, I have to say, when you're recording, especially when you send a track to write to, it has to be fairly musical. And it has to be structured. Like you got your verse, bridge, chorus. Even though no club mixes will sound like that anymore, it's really essential, you know, to get the right vibe in the vocal. I mean, like Robin S., for instance, Show Me Love, it was a fully orchestrated disco track. And you could hear Robin is smiling through the whole track because all this lovely music for the singer, you know, they get inspired, they do these extra things before the chorus. Then I just stripped it, you know, basically I used the kick drum and the vocal from tape and I created a whole new track. So it's probably the same we're going to do with this, but the beauty of the music in the track will be reflected in the lead vocal. So that's why it's always a good idea to do a bit of muso stuff on the original version. Okay, so we have I comped this, sent it back, and now we have the doubles here. So what we're going to do now is decide. I don't want the track to sound like it's like 4 leads. I want a strong lead and I want, you know, like a little shadow just for strength. A bit like hip-hop guys do. You know, like all raps are like triple or quadruple. So we have the, we can turn these off now. We have a pretty good lead vocal here.
I know that we can begin again. Hold me close. Don't
the yellow one here.
Moving fast or take it
and I didn't spend forever because the guys were waiting in the studio. So I will do all this fancy stuff, you know. There's a little breath there, for instance. I might move that there. But that you can do, you know, when you prepare to do the final mix and stuff like that. Now, at this time, it's just the main performance. And then what I usually do is I focus on like a 4-bar section here. And we just let one of these doubles up.
Forever is a place inside your heart. If we're together, we can stay.
Oh, you see on the can there?
Can stay.
Oops.
Can stay.
This is a bit sharp, this one. So what you do is you just, everything else sounded pretty good, I'd say.
Forever is a place inside.
On plays there as well, same thing. Little phasing. Oh, come on.
Forever is a place inside.
So what you do is you basically go through the double tracks and you mute stuff that doesn't work.
Forever is a place inside your heart. If we're together, we can stay. Forever is a place inside. Stay there. And if we can find...
Oh, that and wasn't totally clean either.
Find a place to start.
Something going on in the end there. I mean, you might have to do some surgery on this one. This one could work here, but you sort of fade out that one quickly. There's many ways, but what you do first, we have this now, and then we'll mute it. We'll go to the next one. Same thing.
Forever is a place inside your heart. If we're together, forever is a place inside your heart. If we're together, we can stay there.
Oops, stay
and
there.
If we can find a place to start, I know that we can begin again.
Pretty good, that one. And now we're moving on to this one.
Forever is a place inside your heart. If we're together, we can stay there. And if we can find a place to start, I know that we can begin again.
So pretty good. I mean, we could now let all three play and see how it sounds.
Forever is a place inside your heart. If we're together, we can stay there. And if we can find a place to start, I know that we can begin again.
Now the question is, I mean, do you want to do like a big stereo thing? I mean, you could do it. I mean, it sounds fantastic in the studio, but it also takes away a little bit of that lead feeling. So you probably want to keep them straight up in the mix. And this one's got a lot of, and we've taken out a few words, so I would probably bring that down and have these other two. Or you can consolidate. You can sort of replace this one. Hold on a second. This one was good there, so we'll use that one down here. Same thing there. This one was pretty good. Oh, we only got one of these. That's a problem.
Forever is a place inside your heart. If we're together, we can stay there. And if we can find a place to start, I know that we can begin again. Hold me close.
Then you can send all these three guys to a bus. And courtesy of the lovely Waves people, we got the SSL channel. Someone just, I mean, I've been fiddling around with this, you know, it's pointless, you know, you go straight to backing box, done. Because that will take away the sort of the core, it's just a little...
Inside your heart, if we're together, we can stay there. And if we can find a place to start,
it's a beautiful thing.
I know that we can begin
because you get that double box
Hold me close.
shimmer without it sounding like a backing vocal, the whole thing. I mean, obviously I did this really quickly now, but it's a really good technique. And then if you're really happy with it, you can just bounce down the whole, you know, double pack sort of thing with that thing on. In the chorus, I will do a big fat stereo thing with, you know, I will make it really wide so it opens up in the chorus. Because if you have a big stereo vocal, the whole thing, you don't get that dynamic when it kicks in. Obviously, in a club mix, it's not the same thing. So I'll leave that until later. When I do this, like the radio version, I will make it really big and glossy and all that. In the club mix, I will probably make one track, like a lead vocal, and a backing vocal track with little effects and stuff like that. So basically 2 tracks.
I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot. I'm ready for you. Come back to. I need a moment to forget.
All right, let's go to this. We'll move down the SSL guy there. I actually prefer this guy. I love it.
I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance
It's so
for you
easy to
take
sweep
your
around
shot.
and find your...
Give it a second if it feels too hot.
This is like the boxy 250 is where all that
I'm ready for you.
fat stuff
Come
is.
back to.
So what you do
I
is
need a moment to forget
you sweep.
not.
Oh, here you find this is the real...
This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot.
And there's nothing wrong with bright vocals
I'm ready for you.
as long as you put a de-esser on it. Again, we go to the lovely Waves people. I mean, this simple perfection. Same thing here. Female S. I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? Then you basically drag the threshold down.
This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot.
Now you can go really crazy.
I'm ready for you. Come back to. I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for
Yeah,
you
there you
to
get that
take your shot.
proper energy.
Give.
All right, let's check this out.
I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it
Running
feels
really
too
hot.
hot.
That's another thing, guys. No red on these. It's just, I mean, some producers I speak to, they say, yeah, man, I'm going to normalize it. I'm going to crank it so I get the power. It's just, it doesn't work like that. Because if you overdrive all these guys, it will be really distorted. And it's not a nice distortion. So you want to keep things really low there. Because basically, one of these guys, it's like minus 14 or 16, is it? The analog domain is like the digital 0 is minus 14 in the analog world, you know. So when you send this stuff out here, these guys go crazy. They light up like a Christmas tree. But analog distortion it's a different thing, you know. It's beautiful. You know, with all these distortion plugins, you sort of try to get that. But with that, you get something extra. It's really hard to describe what it is.
I
But
need
not
a
in the
moment
digital.
to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot.
And I'd say we throw a little space designer on this. I mean, I'm a Logic guy. I know that Cubase on a PC is rocking too, and they got some serious stuff going on there too. But for Logic, I usually use the space designer. I think it's super easy. Let's solo this guy.
I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot.
And then we'll put on a
I'm
little.
ready for you. Come back to. I need a moment to forget you not. This is a
Little
chance
delay,
for you
same
to
thing.
take your shot.
I always
Give it
use
a
this.
second if it
Very
feels too
important to get
hot.
rid of the low frequencies on the delay, because otherwise you get
I'm
like
ready
puffs
for you. Come back to.
delayed. Sometimes you
need a
sit and you have a
moment to
mix
forget.
and it's like something that's happening when it kicks in, and you think it's something with drums. You go through every track, and then it happens to be the delay on the vocal that can be slightly off, so it messes with your kick, and the limiter starts to kick in wrong. You know, so it's very important to, with delays in general, get rid of the low frequencies. Then, I mean, it's all tempo
I
syncer.
need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot. I'm ready for you. Come back to. I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for
Maybe.
you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot.
Yeah, just a little.
I'm ready for you.
And I
back.
realized we need to do something about the lead as well. Let's put that SSL lead vocal on there. The only thing with this, you want to calm down the. It gives a serious blast on the. I'll show you here. Lead vox. Boom! This guy goes all the way up there. You might want to calm that down a little bit.
I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot. I'm ready for you. Come back to. I need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot. I'm ready for you. Come back to.
I mean, this was done really quickly. I probably have to go in and EQ individual files and comp it a little better.
I
but
need a moment to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot. I'm ready to forget you not. This is a chance for you to take your shot. Give it a second if it feels too hot. I'm ready for you. Come back to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice one.